While I'm able to give you my Elliott Wave analysis of Ethereum here for free, that's going to be changing in a few weeks. We're going to be providing regular in-depth Elliott Wave and technical analysis of Ethereum as a subscription at Pure Elliott Wave. When we begin that, we will offer a once-only grandfather rate for the first 24 hours. So click on the link below to sign up to our notification list. We'll give you advance warning of when we're ready to launch Ethereum, and you'll be notified on the day also. For the YouTube channel, this means that when Elliott Wave analysis of Ethereum goes, we'll expand our regular free videos to include Elliott Wave and technical analysis of Solana, so you're not missing out. We will keep looking after you. Good morning, everybody. This is Lara with your Monday to Friday update for Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP. They're moving a bit lower. Let's have a look and see if there's any strength up off the low to indicate that the low could be in. For Bitcoin, it's finding support around 64,530. I've drawn this support line across these last two lows and these highs back here. But yesterday's completed candlestick is pretty much a spinning top, nearly an even upper and lower wick. It's not a reversal signal. It's just an indication of a balance of bulls and bears and indecision. So this is not a bullish reversal pattern. Because there is no strength off this low, I would expect we could see a further pullback down to support at 63.70. But sometimes, quite often actually, cryptocurrencies can be really weak off their lows. Let's have a look at the last few lows and let's remind ourselves, what did price look like as it started to move up off those lows? Back here for the low on the 23rd of February, the 24th of February did complete a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, but it was pretty weak and it did not have push from volume. This candlestick down here for the low of the 23rd of January after this short little pullback, this is a hammer bullish reversal pattern. It has a bullish long lower wick. It didn't have an increase in volume, and the following upward session didn't have much follow through, and this had a decline in volume. But that was a sustained low. For the short term, here's another short term pullback, very weak at the low, no bullish reversal pattern, very weak up off the low. The long term sustained low for the 11th of September 2023 did have a very strong bullish reversal pattern. I think this is probably a bullish engulfing pattern, if not a very, very strong piercing pattern, and it did have push from volume. So sometimes we do see strength at the low, but not always. Here's another very weak low, another weak low. They're just often really weak. That makes it really difficult to identify, do we have a low in place here? We need to start to see some strength and upward movement in coming days if we expect that the pullback is complete here. For now, expect support at 64,530 to hold until it gives way. If it gives way, look for next final support at 63.70. We could have the pullback complete, or it could move a little bit lower. Now, I'm going to sit on the fence on that. We need to have some evidence in the next few days of strength and upward movement in order to have confidence that the pullback is complete. Yesterday's green candlestick, spinning top candlestick with a slightly lower low, did not have support from volume for upward movement within it. ADX is flat, there's no clear trend. RSI is neutral, as is money flow. ATR continues to decline. One thing I can say with some confidence is because there's such weakness in volume and range as price moves lower, this looks like a counter trend movement, not the start of a strong bearish market. Don't panic, it's still a pullback within an ongoing bullish run. The question is the pullback complete? We probably won't know for a few days. The Elliott Wave count for Ethereum, this is my main Elliott Wave count, and my target remains the same, 8130 to 8134 for the next sharp upward run to complete a third wave. I expect Minuet Wave 5 to complete my Newt Wave 3, 1 degree higher, to be the longest and strongest portion of this third wave impulse. And so the target is 8130 for 5 to reach 2.618, the length of 3, and 8134 for 3 to reach 6.854, the length of 1. So that's a nice $4 target zone, calculated at 2 degrees, should have a reasonable probability. What we do have now for the last two completed sessions and currently for this session so far are bullish long lower wicks. I like to take notice of wicks. For Ethereum, I expect the low may be in place here and it's finding support at the lower edge of this acceleration channel, adjusted acceleration channel. Until Minuet 5 moves comfortably beyond the end of 3, I'm going to allow for 4 to continue sideways or lower. It may not move into 1 price territory below 2717.20. Technicals for Ethereum, 3 bullish long lower wicks, starting to develop. The third one, we can't be confident until the session is closed, but so far there's a bullish long lower wick suggesting that we may have a short-term low in place. Look for resistance on the way up at 3450. Yesterday's bullish candlestick came with a slight decline in volume, but again, if you look back at sustained lows, the ends of pullbacks within bullish runs, you will notice that they can end with weakness, and the first few upward sessions up off the low can be rather weak. That's one feature of cryptocurrencies that makes their lows very, very hard to identify, and sometimes you have to wait days or even weeks before you can have confidence that there's strength in upward movement and the low is going to be sustained. So you need patience and flexibility with these markets. ADX tells us there's a downward trend which is extreme. It's finally caught up with the fact for the short term that there's been downward movement for this pullback, but the larger upward trend at higher time frames still remains. RSI is neutral, money flow is neutral, and ATR continues to show a decline, and even in the last 2 days there can be weakness up off lows. For Ethereum, I have just a little bit more confidence that it may have found its low. Bitcoin maybe move a little bit lower, but for Ethereum, it looks like it may have found its low. XRP is starting to develop a couple of bullish long lower wicks, so this too may have found a low at yesterday's low. I think this is now my preferred Elliott Wave count for XRP. A second wave correction complete as a zigzag, impulse for A, running contracting triangle for B, and sharp little impulse for C. But if it does continue lower, it may not move beyond the start of 1 below 0.4883. In the alternate Elliott Wave count for XRP, even if this is the wrong Elliott Wave count, it's still going to be useful. If we see this zigzag differently, leading diagonal for A, zigzag for B, impulse for C, C subdividing as an impulse with 1, 2, 3, the upper wick is 4 and 5. If this is wrong, if we've got 3 and 4, it's still to move a little bit higher. 4 may not move into wave 1 price territory above 0.6034. If this alternate is invalidated, then it gives us a little bit more confidence in the main wave count. So there's one reason why it's always a good idea to have a look at alternate wave counts. If they are expecting an opposite direction to your main wave count when they're invalidated, you can have more confidence in your main wave count. Always a good idea to develop as many alternates or just see as many alternates as you can. Technicals for XRP, a pennant pattern completed. There was a downward breakout, prices moving lower. I think the target from the pennant is far too low though. 0.4437, probably too low because there's decent technical support in the 54-55 cent area. Downward movement is starting to slow, weaker volume and weaker range. A decline in volume for the last completed candlestick. As price falls, volume declines. There is not strength in this downward movement. I don't think XRP is in a bear market. I think this is the early stages of a long-term bull market, and what's been happening over the last few weeks is a pullback within that bull market. ADX is too low to tell us XRP has a trend at the daily time frame. RSI is neutral, money flow is neutral. ATR continues to show a very strong decline as price moves overall lower. There is no strength in this downward movement. I don't think this is the start of a strong bear market. And again, that's it from me with your quick update today. I hope everyone is having a lovely day.